Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today I have for you a quick comparison of two budget hand grinders. Today we're going to compare Timemore C3 with 1Zpresso QE. If you're regular to this channel, you know I promised you this video maybe 6 months ago or even longer. What I'm planning to do first, I will talk about both of those grinders, similarities and differences. We're also going to do some pour over, and by the end I will tell you which one I think would be better for you and why. So if you're as excited as myself, you know what to do. Just click like, sit tight and enjoy. Both Timemore and 1Zpresso has been around for some time and we all know that they make good grinders. Timemore also makes electric grinders. 1Zpresso, as far as I'm aware, they only make hand grinders. Both of those companies are very prolific. They produce many different versions every year, every 6 months. You may get a new version. So what I have here might not be precisely what they sell right now. You know, I cannot keep up with them. Most of the things you see on my channel I buy myself. Both of those grinders come in nice looking boxes. QE, the box looks slightly cheaper, and inside the box, apart from the grinder, you will only find a rubber bit that helps with the grip. Timemore C3, apart from the grinder, you will also find a carrying pouch, brush and the manual. Let's talk about those grinders. So when you put them side by side, you may notice, well, both are small, but one is significantly smaller. Timemore C3, it weighs 475 grams. It's 15 centimeters long and 5 centimeters wide. QE, it weighs 360 grams and it's 13 centimeters long and 4.5 centimeters wide. You may see how tiny that QE is. Straight away I will give you here an answer. If you are looking for something perfect to travel with, QE is your choice. In fact, if you like to use AeroPress, you may hide the entire grinder inside the cylinder of AeroPress. With Timemore C3, even though it's just half a centimeter wider, well, that half a centimeter, it makes a huge difference here. Both of those grinders are made out of combination of materials. Timemore C3, the outer layer is aluminium. You get a texture to that. That should help you with the grip. The crank is slightly longer than with the QE and you get a plastic tip at the end. Inside, the shaft is made out of steel, but the supports are made out of PC, polycarbonate. QE, the outer layer, apart from the middle here, is made out of plastic. Inside, though, the supports are made out of metal. Because QE is smaller, it has a smaller capacity. Capacity of Timemore C3 would be up to 25 grams. Capacity of QE is up to 20 grams. I will show you how 15 grams of coffee looks inside each of those grinders. So QE is smaller. You would expect smaller burrs. Oh no, it comes actually with bigger burrs. 40 millimeters conical heptagonal burrs. I read somewhere on the internet that the burrs are similar to Q2 grinder, 1Zpresso Q2, but not identical. If you have any comments on that, please let me know. Timemore C3 comes with 38 millimeters spike to cut burrs. Those burrs, well, what they say, they crush the beans into smaller pieces and then they grind them, and that should increase the uniformity of those grinds. To change the settings on both of them, first you have to unscrew the catching caps and then you have access to that metal knob. Timemore gives you a clue on which settings, which click you should go for your desired brew method. QE you have to check on the website if you want to find the recommended number of clicks. Both of those grinders, if you use them for a coarser brew methods, you would have to do multiple rotations. With Timemore you have 12 clicks per revolution, and for today's test I was using 13 clicks. With QE you have 30 clicks per revolution, and for today's test I used 50 clicks. There are some numbers at the bottom here, so theoretically you won't need to count those clicks, but they might be confusing, and without my glasses I cannot see much anyway. Both of those grinders are theoretically a multi-purpose grinder, so can grind from, even from Turkish, the C3 says, all the way to a French press and so on. I really tried in the last few days. I wanted to compare espresso as well, and I couldn't. It's almost impossible to dial in both of them to the same time of extraction. QE slightly easier because you have 30 clicks per revolution, so that gives you slightly more room for maneuver, but the end result tasteless. I mean, it's one of the worst espressos I get from this hand grinder. C3 on the setting number 6 it was pretty much clogging my machine. On the setting number 7 it was running too fast, so you would need to up dose, you would need to play with the dose, the ratio, and so on and so on. If you plan to use high extraction filter baskets, well, forget about it. Use the slowest basket you can find. I really wanted to use this Cafmacino filter basket, so that's Micellaro, one of my favorite Cafmacino filter baskets. Yes, I have a video about them, but it was pretty much impossible, so I gave up. Eventually I gave up. I could do a turbo shot, but I decided not to. I decided to concentrate today on a pour over. For my test I was using this artisan roast coffee roasters. This is great, natural, anaerobically processed coffee, lots of funky aromas. It develops differently depending on the brew methods, depending on the grinder you use, and so on and so on, so it helps me to look for the differences. I was using Oria V4, the white Oria V4 with that apex attachment. Obviously I have a video about this brewer as well. By the way, after 3 months of waiting, Oria responded to my emails. You should be seeing narrow Oria on this channel very soon, so exciting news. If you haven't subscribed yet, you may click it now. Today I'm using this Cafec light roast coffee filters. We will do a blind tasting. Now I know lots of you would say when you have 2 samples it's not really blind tasting, it's more like a guessing, but well, that's what we do. So 2 cups on a rotating plate. Underneath each cup there is a letter, Q for QR and C for C3. In the previous days I've done 4 blind tastes already. In my rehearsals I was using different Cafec filters, and this was the first time I used those light roast coffee filters, and they are extremely slow. One of the viewers recommended those filters to me. I have to find who it was and I will ask for a refund. I hate them. 6 minutes it took me to brew with those filters, so I end up using those Oria filters, those fast Oria filters. I negotiated them into the apex attachment, and it took about 2 minutes and 10 and 2 minutes and 15 to brew both of those cups. Anyway, we have 2 cups. I will take a sip of each, wash my mouth in between, and then we will see which one is the best and why. Obviously after I finish brewing I lower the temperature of the second cup, so it's not immediately obvious which is which. Both cups that I have here are very good. It's not that easy to choose which one is better. I mentioned that I've done 4 tests in my rehearsals. Twice I went for C3 and twice I went for QR. The differences I have here today, this one more smooth and this one there is slightly bit more sourness. After I tested them for the first time today, I thought this one will be better. Then I tested them a few more times, I wasn't so sure, but I will go with my initial reaction and I will choose this one as a winner. So the winner for today is... Are you able to see? It is QR. So guys, if you are still here, definitely click like, consider subscribing to the channel, plenty more things coming. As I mentioned, we will be testing narrow Oria, we probably will put it against white Oria, that should be an interesting video. We are also receiving some more coffee gadgets from MHW3 Bomber. If you watched this video in August, I'm going for holidays, so you might not see me for the next week or so. My findings after testing both of those grinders. If you are looking for something for espresso, don't get that. Occasional espresso maybe. If you are looking for something for other brew methods, both of them can be very satisfying. What I've noticed here, Timemore C3, it tends to extract more sour notes, and it translates over all brew methods, so you can expect it from espresso, you can expect it from AeroPress, you can expect it obviously from pour over as well. QR, there is also a hint of sourness, but you get more of the sweetness, smoothness in the flavor notes. Both of them, they deliver nice complex flavors. I can look for the nuances in this very good coffee. Both grinders are relatively easy to use. I mean, if you don't mind that multiple rotations. C3 maybe because the crank is slightly longer, it is slightly faster. 35 seconds to grind 15 grams of coffee for a pour over with QR versus 30 seconds with Timemore C3. The one thing here is that sometimes that catching cup likes to unscrew itself during the grinding. I haven't had any issues with this one here. So which one to choose? If you can find one that's significantly cheaper than the other, go for it. Otherwise, I think I would recommend QA. Some of the pour-overs I had with this grinder, they remind me almost like a C40, the grinder C40, which is so many times more expensive. You get that complexity of the flavors, you get a smoothness, notes that go more towards sweetness. This might give you a surprisingly good result. In the comments, guys, please share with us what is your favorite budget hand grinder. If you tried any of them, please share with us your thoughts. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye, happy summer!